So, I have another 1v1 for you, this one including the Beastmen. I know I said I was going to drop a 2v2, but that didn't include the Beastmen. And the Beastmen have taken over, so they're forcing me to do this. I have no choice. So, I'm playing as the Beastmen. My opponent is the Greenskins. We've ended up on the Schwarzhofen map. So, this is my lovely Beastmen army. Let's have ourselves a look-see. So my main infantry line is these Gore Herd with shields. They're a kind of very basic infantry. Think Empire Swordsmen or Orc Boys. Nothing special, but just enough to get through enemies and put up a decent amount of resistance. They're pretty fast on their feet, but their stats are pretty average overall. Pretty good though. Then I've got some Gore Herd, which are just regular ones without shields. Pretty much the same infantry. Then for my anti-large, I've got Ungor Spearmen with shields. Again, they're just an anti-large unit, very similar to Spearmen or Halberdiers. Nothing special, but they'll do the job of dealing with large units. Then I've got some Chaos Warhounds that are pretty much just Chaos Warhounds, as you might have seen before. Going to try to get the enemy skirmishers with those. Then we've got Minotaurs. Which one to do first? We'll do this one first. So this unit, I can proudly say, is a Demigryph killer. They can take on the Demigryphs one-on-one and beat them. I've given it a little test. It does work. I tell no lies. They're pretty brutal, they're very strong, they're anti-large, and they pretty much just destroy everything in all honesty, so they're damn good. They're a bit susceptible to missiles though because they're such big targets, but they're still damn strong. Then I've got pretty much a damage version, which I meant more for infantry, so no anti-large bonus, or no bonus versus large I should say. But again, pretty brutal, very strong against melee, armor piercing, very dangerous. Then what have we got? Already done those. More spearmen in the middle. Same ones as before. Then I've got some Centaurs here. We'll go for them when they're not wrapped up in my infantry. Oh, then I've got these guys. The Beastigore Herd. They can walk through the ground, apparently. They just walk through the earth like it's water. No problems. They're that tough. But no, they are genuinely quite tough. These are the armor piercing unit. This is the only armor piercing infantry the Beastmen have. But they are a pretty tough one at that. They've got a lot of armor, do lots of damage. So yeah, that's pretty much my army. Oh, we still have the Gorbul and the Centaurs. Let's do the Centaurs. So these are my cavalry, Centaurs. They're pretty sweet, to be honest. They're very fast. They got an okay amount of weapon strength and damage and melee attack and all that stuff. So they're a pretty good, well-rounded unit, but their lack of armor means they're not really going to stand up to any other top-tier cavalries like Reichsguard or anything like that, but they're still good for what they are. And then I have this thing which I freaking love, which is the Gorbul. It's basically a hero that's anti-large. How cool is that? It's an anti-large hero. So he's great for taking out monsters and cavalry and such, but of course he can deal a hell of a lot of damage to infantry as well, and take on other heroes and lords. So he's a very versatile man. Or bull man. Man bull. Either way, the man in charge, Kazrak the One-Eye. He's the slightly stronger of the three melee generals. Or sorry, 3 generals, 2 of them are melee. He's the stronger one. Hopefully that made sense. So yeah, that is my full army. So I'm moving around here. You can see the map is kind of in his favour. He's got the hills on his side. And I thought he was going to try and use them to his advantage and sit up on there, but he decided not to. So I moved over near them so that if he did decide to, he wouldn't be able to, because I'd get him before he did. So his army is 3 units of Orc Boar Boy Biggins. Pretty dangerous cavalry. They've got a shaman mixed in with them as well on a boar. And they're also anti-large, I believe. And he's got 2 units of trolls on his flanks, sort of protecting his flanks. Then 2 or 3 arrow units. So these are pretty dangerous to me because we have such low armor on the Beastmen. We've got to watch out for those. Now his main line is an interesting one, because he's got 2 units of Black Orcs, but he's mixed in Night Goblins. And if you don't know, Night Goblins have poison, so they'll reduce the stats of enemies that they're fighting. And so his plan is to reduce all my stats with these guys and then let the Black Orcs chew through me, which is a good plan. It can work. It can definitely work. I've seen it chew through people, including myself. But whether it's going to work here is a different question. I'm just about to get into position. I was going to move my Chaos Warhounds around the right-hand side to try and prepare to get behind him. But he started to bring his cavalry over in that direction, so I decided against that idea. Because, you know, death. He starts to move his entire army towards me now. I'm going to go around the other side, though. Bring them around to flank the back. Keep those skirmishers from me, because they're going to be pretty dangerous to me. I'm going to start to move up now, and the battle will begin. So he's moving his cavalry to my right flank, looking like he's going to go all the way round. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. His skirmishers are making a mistake here. They're going after the warhounds, when really he should have been shooting at my infantry. Because we have such low armor, we would have got torn up by his missiles right here, but He went after the Warhounds instead. I'm not sure that was the best move, but the front lines are about to engage now. An epic charge is... oh, maybe not. The Night Goblins don't really look epic when they charge, to be honest. They look like toddlers just running with toys or something. Either way, Grimgor's in there as well. He's going to do some damage, but so are my Minotaurs who have just arrived. His cavalry have made their way right round behind me now. I'm just checking them, just keeping them from being able to charge, so I'm not engaging them though. Trolls are engaging spears. That's a bad move from him. So you can see I'm just trying to protect my flanks at the moment. I'm trying to let my infantry do as much fighting as they can because I believe that they can win the fight that they're in. Got my Gorbull in here dealing with the trolls because he's anti-large. He'll deal with them no problem. His cavalry are moving up now. We're starting to win on the melee front. I'm just about to get my Chaos Warhounds into his skirmishers. Finally. He's bringing in a charge. Ooh. Orc Boar Boy Biggins have a pretty good charge. And what he's done here is he just popped a couple of spells, which are pretty good for what he's done. He's cast one, which is 58 melee attack. That's pretty huge. And then one for melee defense, weapon damage. Very good move by my opponent there. He's absolutely destroying my Centaurs. I've got the Minotaurs with great weapons in there as well to try and beat down those Boar Boys, but they're going to do pretty well with those buffs. Unsurprisingly, I've routed some of his Night Goblins, as you might expect. I've had some routing as well. My general's going crazy, just chasing people down. I think we're winning this though. The Black Orcs are taking a bit of a beating. There's that cool animation that the Gorbull does. He does like a forward roll, or any Minotaur does actually. He does a forward roll and just destroys everything in its path. Brutal. Really love that unit. Holy shit! I've never seen that before. He just gored him on his tusk horn thing and then just flung him around. Brutal. Brutiful, if you will. So, looks like he's just about won this cavalry fight, but kind of lost it as well because he's wavery. And all I need to do now is just get rid of the Black Orcs. Bringing in a Centaur charge here. They have a pretty good charge, the Centaurs. It's not bad for the unit that they are. He's got a few units here though. Grimgor's still going. And his Goblin Shaman. Just got to try and get them dead and we'll be laughing. Not sure why I was doing a Kazarak over here. I think I was trying to get him to chase off the skirmishers because he's quite fast on his feet. All the Beastmen units are pretty fast on their feet. They can get around very quickly. Makes them a great rush army. Oh, there's a boar charge coming in. Oh, that Minotaur took it in the back. Took it like a boss though. He's still standing. I think most of his units are depleted. We've crushed his front line now. It's mainly just his Boar Boys and his heroes that are left. He doesn't have a lot else. Trolls are still going in the back there. He's got his skirmishers too, but they're too far away to really do anything useful at the moment. Got some spearmen on the trolls. They should be dealing with them comfortably. So now we're just in the cleanup phase. Picking off all his routed units, trying to do as much damage, get rid of Grimgor, and then the rest will surely follow. I'm just trying to surround Grimgor at this point. I've got my general on him, I've got my Minotaur on him, I've got my Gorbull on him. Oh, my Minotaur just went down. They did well. They served their purpose. They probably killed many. Oh, he didn't have to take a beating, our Grimgor. Get some axes on him now. He's starting to waver. So he's got all these units over here that he's not really using. He's got 2 units of trolls there. They could be destroying some of my infantry. I think he has misused those greatly. If they were supporting his infantry line, his Black Orcs, they would have done a hell of a lot more damage and killed a lot of my main infantry. Ooh, just took another big and boar charge there. See, that's what he needed to do as well. Get lots of boar charges in the back of my infantry when they were fighting. That would have ended so many of my units because they've got a pretty big charge bonus. Anyway, looks like the routing is beginning. And there we go. A Pyrrhic victory. A close one. A good fight. But not enough for my greenskin opponent. Alright then, let's have a look at some kills. We both got a similar amount remaining. My Minotaurs did pretty good. No real shiners. My Beastagore unit did well. A pretty average performance from everyone. No one's really over 50 kills apart from the Goreherd. Oh, it was the Goreherd actually, not the Beastagores. They didn't do so well. 45, not bad. They're probably fighting Black Orcs though. His Black Orcs did really well though. They were chewing through people. 70 kills each. Night Goblins got a few. Skirmishers got a few. Boar Boy Biggins. They got tons of kills. 74. That was probably more towards the end though. His Trolls did pretty well as well. He seemed to have a bunch of units that excelled while the others didn't do so well. And my army was pretty average. Everyone did quite well all round. So it kind of evens out. But I think the big downfall of my opponent was not getting charges in the back of my infantry on the front lines. He sent all his ball boys in, 3 units into my cavalry and stuff. If he'd sent maybe 1 unit in and tried to send the other 2 around the back and flank and get into my infantry with their low armor against that massive charge would have got destroyed. And that probably would have been the end of them pretty quick. And also those trolls probably could have been used better, not getting into the spear units which are good against them. If you brought them in, maybe even flanked with them, got them around the back of my infantry, again just flanking me, would have destroyed me. I think if I got a bit more flanking, my life would have been a bit easier. Maybe should have committed a Centaur unit to that a bit more, but there we go. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this, my first Beastmen video. I'm really enjoying the Beastmen faction. If you haven't tried it, go and try it. You will not regret it.